Welcome to Cyber and Tech with Jay. Today I'm going to talk about how to boot your computer in safe mode. And I'm going to go through three methods that I use to get my computer in safe mode. Safe mode is a state that you put the computer in so that you can either do troubleshooting, or also if you think your computer is infected with malware, you want to start your computer in safe mode and examine those files, and also use your anti-malware software to examine these files. The first one, and the one that I mainly use if I want to start my computer in safe mode, is just by simply going to the settings option. So if you see here, there's a Windows icon here. Once you hit that, you'll get the different options here, and you want to scroll to the gear here that's going to take you to settings. Once you hit settings, then you want to go to update and security. You click on that, and next you want to go to recovery. Then from there you go to restart now. Click on that, and then it's going to tell you to wait, and it might take a few seconds. Let's see how long it takes here. Here we go. Then you'll see the options here. If it was an error, you still have the options to exit and go to Windows normally. Or you can just turn your PC off if you're fooling around and you hit somewhere that you have no business to. So next you want to go to troubleshoot. You hit troubleshoot here. Then advanced options. And here it will tell you the different options that you can do if you're trying to do an advanced restart. Right? So once you hit restart here, you will see the next input that you need to enter in order to go into safe mode. Now there are two options that you're focusing on here. And if you look at 4 and 5, you have enable safe mode and you have enable safe mode with networking. Now, enable safe mode has less drivers running than enabling safe mode with networking. So obviously the networking drivers, they'll still be running, and it will enable you to do other things depending on what you want to do in safe mode. Enable safe mode with command prompt. This is going to start the computer with the command line. So you're going to get the command line interface. So I'm just going to use 4. And once I hit 4 here, it's going to start in just the regular safe mode. And here we go. Once I need to just put my password in. And once I do that, you should be starting in safe mode. Here we go. And if you notice, the background is not the same as it was initially. The files are still there, so now I can examine my files and it will be safe. So if there's a virus in here, this is the safest way that you can examine the properties of the file or do any other kind of network troubleshooting or troubleshooting for the devices. The next method that I'm going to use, or that I usually use, is by holding down on the shift button while I hit restart. So if you go back to the Windows icon here and you look for the power button, once you hit that power button, you're going to simply hold down on the shift button on your keyboard and then click on restart. Now this will take you straight to the options that we saw earlier when we used the settings menu. So let's wait a bit, and we're here at the same options here. And all you have to do is just continue as usual to troubleshoot, then advanced options, and next you're going to see more options here. Startup repair. So you're going to go to startup settings, and then you'll hit the restart. Right? So it's basically the same place that it's going to take you to. It's just a matter of your preference, but it's best when you have multiple options in case for some reason the option that you prefer isn't working. So if I hit 4 again, it's going to start as usual with the regular safe mode. Now usually your computer should go back to regular restart and go back to starting regularly, but sometimes it will remain in safe mode. All you have to do is just do the same thing, use the same path and go back to the startup settings, and then you will just click on the regular startup. So let's put in the password now and see if it does start in safe mode as I did earlier. So as you can see, this is now in safe mode, and if we want to, as I said, make sure that you're going to start up in safe mode when you do your restart. Instead of just restarting, you can simply go back over here. I'm going to use the first method to go back to the regular startup, and you go into the advanced settings here, and you simply want to do, you're going to do turn your PC off, and when you do this, you're going to just start your PC on. This is a virtual machine, so I just did the shutdown right there. It's going to restart, and it should be starting in the regular mode. Now for the PCs that are virtual machine, it should be the same thing, as this OS is still Windows OS. So let's see what the result is. Alright, so this might take a little. Okay, here we go. I am so impatient today. Alright, so as you notice that this started back regularly, so I'm just going to move on to the next method, which is pretty simple. You can just hold on to the Windows icon on your keyboard, and then you're going to hit R. This is going to take you to the system configuration, and in this box here you want to type msconfig, and then you're going to hit OK. This is going to take you to system configuration. Now system configuration gives you these options here for startup services, boot and other tools. But for this purpose, we're going to go to the boot tab, and as you notice here, there's a safe boot option here, and there are other sub options underneath that, and depending on what you want to do, you could select it. So I'm going to hit apply here and then OK. So this should restart now in safe mode once I hit restart here. So let's do that and see what's going to happen. And the login page should come up soon. Windows is booting up. Okay, alright, here we go. I just need to put my password in, and we should be in business. Alright, so that's the third method. So now let's go back here. And as I said earlier, especially using this method, when you use the system configuration, you definitely have to go back in there and disable starting in safe mode. So let's do the same thing. We're going to hold down on the Windows icon on your keyboard and hit R, and because I already put in msconfig, we're going to leave it there, hit OK. Takes you back to system configuration, go to boot, and then you're going to uncheck safe boot. Now you're going to apply this and OK. Then once I hit restart, it should restart in the regular mode. So those are three methods that I generally use whenever I want to put my system in safe mode. And one bonus method is just by simply holding on to the power button. Once you hold on to the power button, eventually the system will shut off, and when you do this repeatedly for like 3 or 4 times, it automatically brings the system into advanced settings, which will give you the same options to put it in safe mode. Now, I hope that this information was helpful, and I know that a lot of people already in administration or cybersecurity probably knows how to put the computer in safe mode. However, if you think that this was helpful, just hit that like button and share with someone who you think it might be of some assistance to. And I look forward to bringing more content to you. Thank you for watching.